Today there's so many crazy people like The Situation and Jersey Shore's Snooki who love their mini workouts. It seems today that everybody is so tied up in getting their body fit and healthy. But what about your brain? Shouldn't your brain be just as fit and healthy, if not more, than your body? I think so. And music is used for a lot of reasons, but what people don't realize is that music can help you. It can help your brain. Brain music therapy has a different and more profound effect on the body and psyche than what people realize. Just imagine a world where mental illnesses such as depression and bipolar disorder can be cured without medications. That's the type of world that I would like to live in. From experience, this one-of-a-kind treatment has changed my life forever. It is unique in the fact that it not only helps the mind, body, and soul, but also reduces tension and stress. To truly understand and appreciate this groundbreaking treatment, you first have to understand where it came from, the history, of course, the procedure itself, and also the amazing advantages. So according to Dr. Rosell, brain music therapy originated in Europe, and right now over 10,000 people around the worldwide are using it since 1993. So it is slowly becoming popular in the US. The first person to introduce brain music therapy to the US was none other than Dr. Galina Mindland of New York City. Now, this is interesting. My former doctor, Dr. Rosell, and Dr. Galina Mindland shared a partnership a few years back and started to figure out a way to have few steps in brain music therapy. This is an effective procedure that I'm going to tell you about. The 6-step procedure starts with a medical evaluation, patient questionnaire. They have to fill out questions to make sure they can figure out what they need help with. Therapy sessions. Step 4 is the most important. It's brain mapping. Now this is an older version. Today they have helmets. They don't look so weird. But this is the most important step of the process. It's called brain mapping. A physician hooks the patient up to a data processor. It just looks like a laptop. And their brain waves are sent through an EEG, which is also called a biofeedback. And the data is sent to be processed. After that's done, the patient or the physician sends the data to be processed within 3 to 4 weeks. And after that 3 to 4 weeks, an awesome CD is sent back to the patient. What's so extraordinary and amazing about the CD is that it is technologically crafted for each individual, meaning that my brain music therapy CD can only work for myself. I can't use anybody else's, and nobody else can use mine. Each person's brain music is unique. The brain will recognize and respond to its own endogenous music, but not music derived from another person's EEG. So after the patient uses the CD effectively and efficiently and follows all the key instructions, they can begin to see all the amazing benefits that brain music therapy has to offer. One of them is it can be used with complementary treatments such as neurofeedback or biofeedback, as you see here, psychotherapy, and acupuncture. Next, it improves the responses to medication while reducing reliance on medication altogether. This, I believe, is the most important. There are also no chemicals, no side effects, no withdrawals, and of course, shorter visits to the office, which, believe me, can become expensive. So my story is that I never used medications. My parents were freaked out about it. They didn't want me going through the highs and lows. I tried so many different counseling and therapies, and nothing worked. When I was finally introduced to brain music therapy, I thought they were crazy. But in 3 months, I was completely cured. With all this saying, an overwhelming amount, according to the National Institute of Mental Health Association, says that 22% of Americans suffer with a diagnosable mental disorder. This turned into numbers is 44,300,000 people suffering every day. Thankfully, BMT, or brain music therapy, has an 85% improvement rate, and that has no side effects. Now, unfortunately, people do need a lot of medications, especially for things like ADHD, but no worries. Brain music therapy can also help people with strokes, ADHD symptoms, and many other illnesses. So, of course, it's hard to get, okay, I was on a roll, okay. But the future is looking bright with more futuristic therapies like this one. I no longer want to have to rely on medication, and I don't want other people to have to either. So now that I've told you about the history, the procedure itself, and the advantages of brain music therapy, I hope you try it out. And believe me, you have no excuse, because my very own and personal friend, Dr. Rizal, is in our own backyard. He runs Mind Spa Mental Fitness Center in Sarasota, Florida. It's amazing. It can help you with anything, and they even have massages there. So definitely try it out. I have to tell you that brain music therapy saved my life. For 7 years struggling with manic depression and bipolar disorder, I was finally cured within 3 months. I asked my doctor, I said, Dr. Rizal, how am I going to know when this works for me? And he looked at me and said, Britany, you'll just know. I thought he was absolutely crazy. I went in for treatment once a week for 3 months, and I woke up one day after using the new brain music therapy CD, and I told my parents, I don't need to go to therapy anymore. I feel so much better, so thank you.